Thanks for joining us. I'm Cece Gaines. It's an afternoon of cleanup after intense storms slammed parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Hudson was hit especially hard. A home was even split in half. Take a look here at this video our crews got from the scene. It's an incredible amount of damage from that tree. Debris was spread everywhere. It was a completely unrecognizable scene on the inside. We spoke to the homeowner moments after the storm came through.
My son was up here, and our daughter Indiana said she looked out the window and saw nothing but white. So she ran up here and yelled at him to get downstairs, and he got downstairs right before the tree hit. He was sitting in this room here.
Officials say it could be days before power is restored there. Yeah, we're tracking the current outages too with Xcel Energy. There are fewer than there were this time yesterday, but for an unlucky 1,000 people, they're still in the dark. We just got a release from Xcel Energy. They're expecting that the majority of people without power will see theirs restored today. And if it's not storms or the heat, it's the air quality that's causing concern. There's lots going on weather-wise. Here's Guy. He's checking the forecast out.
Air quality alert through 9 o'clock Thursday. This will lift in northern Minnesota 3 p.m. this afternoon, and we'll keep you updated if things get expanded or extended as well. But air quality, unhealthy for sensitive groups, especially as we get deeper into the afternoon as the heat builds. Now, there's a severe weather threat tonight as storms move in overnight. Now, most of the severe storms with wind and hail looks like it's going to stay just off to the west of the metro. However, the chance is still there. You got low and elevated for wind, also hail as the overnight hours move on, and we'll see those shower and thunderstorm chances throughout the overnight hours. So scattered severe storms possible. That will be moving in tonight from west to east. Dangerously hot temperatures, and any storms that develop next couple of days, the chance is there for severe storms. I'll put a stop by 11:30 tonight. Late evening, you'll see just off to the west of the metro, and things will get going, moving through and lingering into tomorrow morning with some showers and thunderstorms. So come join us on sunrise tomorrow morning. Radar will be active, and we'll be tracking out those storms that push through. 95 today, and as we get into the 7-day forecast, the heat builds through the next couple of days, at least through next week.
It'll be a hot one. Thanks, Guy. Beat the heat and bad air this week with the free KARE 11 weather app. Remember, it's free in all app stores. Well, we're approaching some dangerous heat this week, as Guy mentioned, and we've been talking about protecting our most vulnerable. This afternoon, we want to focus on kids and keeping them cool and hydrated. According to the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, a child's body temperature rises 3 to 5 times faster than an adult's. Plus, United Healthcare's chief medical officer tells us it's harder for a child's body to cool itself, partly because sweat glands aren't fully developed. So the main thing you can do to keep them hydrated is make sure they get the right amount of fluids.
Kids typically between the ages of 1 and 3 should have about 4 cups of fluid each day. And when I say fluid, it's really going to be things like water and milk, because obviously it's really important for growing bodies to have that calcium source in milk. When kids hit age 4, typically between the ages of 4 and 8, you want them to have about 5 cups of fluid a day. And then once kids reach about 9 years old and on into adulthood, then it's really that 7 to 8 cups of fluid each day.
Good advice. If your child doesn't like the taste of plain water, you can try popsicles. Fruit like watermelon and fresh berries are good sources of hydration too. Also, veggies like cucumbers, celery, and lettuces work too. Well, this morning, Uber and Lyft drivers spoke out at Minneapolis City Hall about raising wages and working conditions in their industry. The rideshare drivers are part of a new group advising Governor Walz on how to handle wage and safety concerns. Members of the public and representatives from Uber and Lyft also make up the panel. On the agenda, they supported an ordinance that would ensure drivers get at the very least minimum protections. This spring, Walz denied legislation that would have boosted driver pay. That's because Uber and Lyft claimed the bill would have made rides too expensive and threatened to pull out of the state if the bill was signed. Kaya Edwards is following today's developments, and we'll have more at 6.